we have Nick Foles.
Big Richard Nick.
Big Richard Nick.
Big Dick Nick.
We have him going to the Bears.
To the Bears. Because Big Dick Nick, he came down to the Jacksonville, right? Super Bowl MVP. I don't know if you know. Super Bowl 52 MVP, right? Big Dick Nick ran out there, ran Philly special. You know, got picked up. We didn't want to renew his contract. We were sitting on Wentz, you know what I'm saying? And Wentz was supposed to come out and kind of try to duplicate his rookie season. I have questions about that, but that's for another episode. So we let him go. We sent him off to Jacksonville. We give him his bonus, even though he didn't really make it. We gave him a little bonus at the end of the year, a little $1 million kicker, whatever it was. Send him on down to Jacksonville. He gets down to Jacksonville. What does he do?
It's kind of hard to even say what he did because the first game, drive, touchdown pass to the end zone, gets hit, breaks his collarbone.
Bam!
Pretty much over for the year.
My man Big Dick Nick came down to Florida to retire just like all the other old people. Listen, he's done. I'll tell you this, and I love Nick Foles, and he's got a special place in my heart. He was never destined to be whatever quarterback. I don't know what they think he's going to be. I don't know what the Bears were looking at. I don't know what they saw in film. Like, I get it. He had a Super Bowl MVP season. He is a backup quarterback. He will always and forever be a backup quarterback.
So, question.
Hit me.
Don't mean to cut you off, but who do you think will be the future starter in Chicago?
Well, who do they got? They still got Trubisky, right?
Yeah.
So I would assume if they're going after Nick Foles, right? Because he's coming off a $80 million contract.
Yes, he's actually scheduled to make $15 and some change million next year.
And how do you know how much Trubisky's supposed to be making this year?
I want to say he's still in his rookie contract, so pretty low numbers.
So look, to me that sounds like, in my opinion, they anticipate Nick Foles coming out there and competing for the starting position. That's what I think.
So here's what I envision. Week 1, Mitchell Trubisky is starter. No later than week 8, Nick Foles has completely taken over. It's going to be a Tanner Hill, Marcus Mariota type situation.
All right. I mean, we'll see how this plays out. What did the Jags get?
Just a 4th round pick.
That's right. See, and it was a 4th round pick too. A 4th round pick is not bad, but
you got to think they're probably going to have to restructure his contract because there's no way you can pay your backup quarterback $15.1 million.
I mean, it is Big Dick Nick though.
It is.
I mean, the legend. He is a legend.
Statue in Philly and everything.
He's right up there. Rocky Balboa.
I'm calling in
Big Dick Nick.
I'm calling it now. Week 8, Nick Foles is starting for the Chicago Bears.
Week Ocho. All right. What else we got?
So this is one of the last trades we got to talk about today.
Okay.
This one was
the last trade. All right.
This one was the most intriguing to me
because we got some free agency out there.
Yeah, we got some free agency and a couple people got cut.
Big ones out there.
So we got to talk about Stefon Diggs.
Stefon Diggs.
He went to the Bills.
To the Bills.
Yes, he was traded from the Vikings to the Bills.
To the Bills. Okay. What did Minnesota get?
Minnesota got, are you ready for this?
Stefon Diggs. Where was he at for stats last year? How many catches? Do you know?
Stefon Diggs was at 63 receptions, 1,100 yards, 6 TDs. Scheduled to make $10 million, which is pretty good when you get 1,000 yards.
Okay, yeah, 1,000 yards receiving, 63 catches. How many touchdowns?
How many touchdowns? 6 TDs. That's pretty good for not being the primary receiver, in my opinion.
All right, but in perspective, what'd they get?
They got a 1st round pick.
Ooh.
Yes. A 5th round pick, a 6th round pick, and a 4th round pick in 2021.
Okay, so obviously Minnesota won that trade.
They did, because he didn't even want to be there.
Golly.
And the craziest thing to me is...
One more time. Hold on. God. All right, let's count them up again.
A 1st round pick.
1st round pick.
5th round pick.
5th round pick.
6th round pick.
6th round pick. All 2020.
Yes. And then a 4th round 2021 pick.
And a 4th round 2021. Yeah, oh my God. Whew. That's a lot. That's a good one.
That is a lot. But let's not forget, we have to talk about how Bill O'Brien basically traded DeAndre Hopkins for a bag of chips.
That is true.
When I saw that, my first thought went to DeAndre Hopkins. The market has been set because even OBJ, 2 1st round picks. Are we really saying that Stefon Diggs is worth more in the free agency market?
I mean, on paper he is. That's what they're saying. In terms of performance and who would you pick? You know, I'm not picking Stefon Diggs over DeAndre Hopkins in my fantasy league. That's for damn sure.
Look, let's not get it wrong. I think Stefon Diggs is a Pro Bowl caliber.
Absolutely. Is he better than DeAndre Hopkins?
No.
Absolutely not. Hell to the no.
Listen, don't even watch this video if that's your line of thinking.
Listen, if you are a Stefon Diggs fan, we're sorry that we're shitting on your dude, but he is not worth a 1st rounder.
Yes.
A 4th rounder.
A 5th rounder.
5th rounder. And a 6th rounder.
Yes.
And then a 4th in 2021.
Yes.
No, sir.
That was the second biggest trade, craziest trade.
That's incredible.
Yes. It was very crazy to see the opposite ends of the spectrum for the market for top elite elite level receivers.
Nice. All right, so that covers all of our trades, right? So
Yes.
now we got
so
free
far,
agency.
because remember, we still got
Right.
weeks to go.
This is still, again, this week was crazy. We're talking free agency.
Yes.
Are we just going straight for the Thunder right now?
The GOAT has to be respected and being talked about first in free agency.
All right, so we're talking about the man, the myth, the legend, Thomas Allen
Not
Jamar Brady.
His name's not Jamal.
It is. I'm guaranteed his name is Thomas Allen Jamar
That is wrong.
Brady.
Yes, we were talking about Tom Brady.
Go ahead.
You should be aware by now, but he signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers for what I thought was a very generous offer.
What's the offer?
2 years, $50 million.
How much of that is guaranteed?
Oh, 100%.
All of it.
All of it. I didn't even know they did that frequently, but I guess when you're the greatest to ever do it.
Guaranteed $50 million for 2 years for Thomas Jamar
You forgot.
Darius Brady. I don't know why his mom named him like that, but that's just the way she did it.
I
That's
didn't
not
know
my
his
fault.
mom was from Compton.
Maybe she might have been.
That's
You
great.
never know.
I had to check his ancestry.
Yeah.
But yes, let's
Run
talk
the
about
swab, not the coronavirus swab. That's different.
No, that's
we're
talking about
it's a different test. You don't want to do that one.
$50 million over 2 years, fully guaranteed.
Okay, what did so no? Because he was a free agent. So listen, have you heard the story on how this all took place and what started this whole chain of events?
I did not.
So I got from my sources, because I'm like Adam Schefter in this bitch. I got from my sources that this was set in motion way back when Denver picked up Jimmy Garoppolo.
Give me San Francisco.
San Francisco picked up Jimmy Garoppolo, sorry. When they picked up Jimmy Garoppolo, they were forced to get Garoppolo. Belichick actually tried to give them Brady.
Ooh.
And they were like, and Robert Kraft shut it down and was like, what are you doing? And was like, no, we're not fucking trading Tom Brady away. And they ended up with Garoppolo. And from that moment, Brady's just been buying his time, waiting for his contract to be over so he could get up out of there.
Also, and that's funny to say that because when you say biding his time, you just meant winning the Super Bowl.
I mean, yes, right. He went out there and he showed, I still got it. You know what I mean? Let me, you trying to trade me away because listen, Belichick is a smart man, right? Don't ever get it twisted. Bill Belichick is one of the greatest NFL coaches out there.
I mean, he's definitely the greatest active coaches right now.
Coaches right now. So, I mean, obviously he's a Hall of Famer. Like, what he's done has been incredible with the way he can construct a team of just really like nobody's minus the GOAT. But I mean, like just a slew of just like a hodgepodge of players out there just performing at a super high level. He was trying to move on. He was trying to get something bigger, better, younger. You know what I mean? And he
that's
wanted
always his motto,
right? And that's who he was. He, Tom Brady's 11 years old, right?
Be 42.
So right, so he had to do something, and he was trying to get him out earlier. That was 2017. We had this conversation. It's so funny because I got a text and it was like, "Yo, do you guys remember when we were in the bar talking about this, talking about whether or not that they were actually going to try to pick up Tom Brady?" We laughed it off like, that's not, they'll never get rid of it. And that's what happened. Like that's what actually happened. They were trying to get Brady, or Belichick tried to give them Brady, and Robert Kraft said nah, and that created that whole rift, man.
It's funny because usually when you think of Belichick, you think about 100% control.
Yeah.
Like Bill O'Brien for the Texans, but it's funny because he actually does not have 100% control. He's got an owner who actually participates.
Yeah, I think that this is going to spin off into something bigger. I think Belichick is on borrowed time right now in Robert Kraft's eyes. Like now that Brady's out the door, like it's only a matter of time before I personally think that him and Belichick might split ways.
I think it depends on how this upcoming season goes.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
If they miss the playoffs, then that's just it. Because they haven't missed the playoffs in like 20 years or something crazy like that.
Yep, Tom Brady. So we're talking about Tom Brady. We're talking about Bill Belichick. So I think after next year, depending on how they do, we'll see how Bill Belichick's contract plays out and what happens between him and Robert Kraft and that whole thing. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Also talk about the fact that the quarterback talent in that.
Yeah, right. We didn't even talk about quarterback talent in Tampa now. So
just in that division.
So we've got
Drew Brees, we've got Tom Brady. Those two combined are leading every statistic in the NFL just from the history of the game. We got Matty Ice, a little bit older, having an off season. Mm-hmm. They're trying to do some new things. And then we got we don't know who we have in the Panthers yet.
Yeah.
A lot of people have, I don't know when this video comes out, but I've heard rumors that they might be signing Teddy Bridgewater, which I would love.
Ooh, Teddy Bridgewater, Carolina, that'd be good.
I like Cam Newton.
I like Cam as well, but I don't know if it's coaching or what. Cam's just not where he needs to be mentally in the game. I don't know. Like
Those
obviously he's an athlete, like he can do it, but he's just not there. He's not executing the way he needs to be executing.
So those injuries, he's been injured to hell for the last like 2 or 3 years now. Like, in my opinion, I think Cam Newton should take a full year off, mentally recover and physically recover.
Just go somewhere and sit down,
where he can have the surgeries he needs to have, just work out, diet, eating right, working on his mechanics a little bit, and then hit the free agency market. Somebody will take him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, somebody, especially if he puts in the work. Yeah,
he's proven he can lead you to a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
he has an MVP under his belt.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Newton is not done in the NFL 1,000%.
I like it.